tubers. Happy Friday. I gotta work tomorrow, but still earned a beer for the week, right? Got a couple of cards to show you, but figured I'd partake in a little hobby talk before show them off. A couple things happened this week. First one, it was announced that Collectors Universe was bought by an investment firm or group, and obviously PSA is a part of that. I say it that way because a whole lot of people, I would say, are showing some level of ignorance just by saying, "Oh, PSA got bought." Collectors Universe is a lot bigger than PSA. I know that one a little bit more firsthand because the collector gene that I have, I got it from my dad, and he is a numismatist, which, he collects coins and currency and stuff like that, mostly just the coins. And growing up, I saw all of that, never really got super interested, but I at least saw enough of it to know what I don't know about the magnitude of some of that stuff. And for whatever reason, I still get, currently, I get magazines that are supposed to go to him that come to me in the mail, and calendars and crap from all these auction houses and stuff like that. Because in the coin side, if you just bid on some stuff, even if you don't win, they keep track of you and they send you the catalogs and things. So hell, I just spent like $30 mailing him a bunch of catalogs or something for reading because he enjoys that stuff. But PCGS, the coin side of Collectors Universe, is the gold standard, just like PSA is, but I'd argue even maybe a little bit more so compared to its competition, relative to PSA and BGS and SCGC. So that's not a small thing. Coin fees aren't that small. I'm looking at them right now. They used to be higher, honestly, but they are still not small. Basically, it's you're still not grading anything for less than $35. But coins, there's a lot more money in coins, I would say, per capita for the coins that the grading side would deal with, right? Because you're talking gold and silver and precious metals and things. So you get up to the fees go real fast, and there's a whole lot of folks that won't even ship that stuff, or the insurances is through the roof to do all of that. So a lot of money goes into that, but PSA definitely probably under Collectors Universe has the most room for growth. I was watching a video with Filmington and a guy named Cardi C. Hadn't seen him before, but I got to check out probably more of his videos. He spoke pretty eloquently about it all. But the coin market is a mature market. Not sure how many young folks are getting into coins and things, but there's collector or comic books as well under the Collectors Universe umbrella and things like that. So it's not just PSA by any means, but PSA probably has the biggest room for growth and stuff. So when they get bought out, basically they're going to go private again, pull the shares off the market, and then more than likely go into a research and development phase or something. I think this is good. There's just some focus, some scaling that they need to worry about, while maintaining a certain level of quality and everything like that. But now they don't owe, if they make the changes and stuff, while it may be frustrating for us because they don't owe us the level of transparency that they once did being public, it gives us an opportunity to worry about other things other than just the bottom line all the time and stuff for a little while. I'm more than likely they'll probably go public again, because it wasn't just one guy, it was a group that bought out, right? And so if it's a group, they're looking for long-term profit. It's not like it was just a bunch of hobbyists that got together and pooled their money up, right? So I think it's good overall because, we need some more efficiency, of course, and then some fidelity in what's going on. We're tired of seeing off-center cards get certain grades when we submitted a card potentially better than that, et cetera, et cetera. So, like we all think, there's probably going to be a little bit more automation involved and things like that. My only concern is the technologies that we've seen upgraded so far have all been good, but it's led to some biases, and I have them myself, right? I look at, original slab cards, things that start with serial numbers that start with a 0 and stuff. And while you still buy the card, not the grade per se, I still buy some grade and some labels and stuff. And I am a sucker for the PSA Lighthouse labels. So my only concern is if they upgrade the technology so much, and the slabs so much and make them so different, then I'll be put in a spot, if I ever were to want to realize the gain in equity that I've got with the cards, especially my better cards, that I'd need to reslab to that upper level, because I know if I'm already judging cards currently, like, that's not a great label or something, or that's an older label, especially there's a period of labels where somehow more moisture is getting in the slabs than others, and so there's like this little wave in the paper, and I just almost never buy a card that looks like that for the label. But if I have those judgmental things, how bad will that get when some new technology gets introduced again, and then all of a sudden, I look at my own cards in a certain way, which means other people are going to do that too. So we'll see, because I don't want to have to reslab all my cards, but I'd also, if I go to sell, I don't want other people looking at my cards and thinking of them as lesser because they're not of the new technology and that new guarantee that probably comes with some of that technology that they bring in. Also saw a video that I thought was pretty good from Filmington. He hosted Mike O. They were talking about too much product in the hobby and whether it's a good or a bad thing. And I think all of us as collectors, because I think I'm pretty much, my subscriber base is all pure collectors and long-term folks for the most part. That's who I understand you all to be. And if I ever look at the analytics of my videos or something, it's 100% 35 to 45-year-olds and things. So I expect that's pretty accurate as far as the collector side of things. But I think the companies like a Topps and a Panini really need to look at it from, do they want to be just straight business, or do they want to be curators of the hobby to a certain degree? Do they want to accept that role when we're talking about products? Because when you think of it in a business standpoint, and you want to just know that you got a certain amount of revenue coming, consistent revenue stream for that security and stuff, I guess I came up with the analogy a little bit of if I was a sports team owner or something like that. If I was worried about my money now, and just the consistency of that and things, and I can grow at the rate that is predictable, then when I'm trying to sell tickets to my stadium and stuff, I'm just looking at worrying about the skyboxes and the suites and stuff like that, because I get a high dollar right up front. It's consistent. I got them. People have to commit to those skyboxes and things early. And then if I want to make a couple more bucks, I just raise the season price of those seats, I guess, right? And even if you go full extreme on it, then they could build the whole damn stadium just with nothing but suites and skyboxes and not leave anything else. If you want to go the full tilt, just widespread to the hobby and focus on that, then you got none of that stuff. You don't have season ticket holders. You're just selling tickets on the market, right? And while you get the most spread for that, there's not a lot of consistency. It's very volatile and stuff like that. And I find myself kind of in the middle. I'm, basically a hobby season ticket holder. And so while you want that stability, which is a dealer, right? Is that dealer is your suite, holder, or, skybox owner or something like that for the year. You got to continue to treat your season ticket holders properly, right? Now I recognize season ticket holders, we do a little bit things differently. We buy the tickets up front, but we also find efficiencies where, if you ever go to a game and you sit next to a season ticket holder, they got a bag or something, and all of a sudden they pull out their own snacks and they pull out their own things or something like that, where the person that's potentially, not a season ticket holder is going to that one game that 1 year. And why you can get way more of those, and they're going to buy way more. They're going to buy way more, beer and food and merchandise and stuff while they're at the game. They're only going to one game a year, so they're going all in, right? So there's that balancing act. And I kind of came up with that analogy because I see that as how the Redskins did it, or the Washington football team. I grew up around them, and it was so hard to get tickets forever, and they just went off of the rich folks, and which were the companies in DC. The companies got the skyboxes and the suites, and then you had that long list of people that were just so dedicated to the cause that they were season ticket holders, and the team, didn't treat the season ticket holders very well, but just enough to tow them along, and they took care of the skybox guys and everything else. But they didn't address the season ticket holders better, and they did not go after the traditional fans, the ones that could be long-term fans, the hobby folks, a little bit better. And so there was really no popularity with the Washington football team within DC, not to the level that you see anywhere else, because they just sold the tickets consistently to the companies and stuff like that, and they just, you know, assumed that the season ticket holders would just keep paying without any additional services, so they didn't take care of the true fans type of thing, and they didn't give a crap about everybody else who could be your long-term true fans, future season ticket holders, etc. And so I think Panini and Topps are in that zone where you got to figure it out, right? Because if I'm that hobby season ticket holder, I have some expectations, right? I have some expectations that I'm going to find some Topps base flagship baseball and some Topps heritage, and I'm going to be able to find some. At this point, it's Panini Prism football. We used to be Topps Chrome or whatever, and it challenges you each time to, like, am I going to continue to be a season ticket holder? You keep raising the prices, and I'm not getting anything to go along with this, right? I say this all at the point of frustration, because I need my base, right? So Panini Prism football, I need to find it, but I'm not paying an arm and a leg for it. I like more products because I like some variety, but I know I need my flagship stuff too as the foundation for whatever I'm doing that year. Everything else is kind of periphery. I have a 49ers set going from 1948 to present, and I'm in the high 90 percentiles of graded for those, and that's more than 1,000 cards. So I need a Panini team set, Prism team set graded every year. If I can't get the damn product, that's a struggle. So I think they need to make a little bit more product of. I want higher print runs. Shoot me. I am okay with the top rookie of the year, or of that season or whatever, that card. If I get it and it's a perfect gem mint condition and I sub it and it's comes back at 10, if it's only worth $40, 30 to $50, somewhere in there, I'm okay with that completely. There's no need for it to be a Patrick Mahomes rookie prism that's already thousands of dollars, you know what I mean? And now everybody's prospecting to the point where they think, it should be $1,000 right from the get-go, especially if it's numbered or something like that. I think we need to raise the print run up a little bit higher than that, right? There's a happy medium there to get everybody's needs addressed, but I'm looking for not just more product, but a little bit higher print run. So there needs to be something on the shelf. I bought here's a couple boxes of 2020 Update Baseball. I bought a bunch of that just because I saw it. I was like, I don't even know who's in this right now, but this may be the one shot I get. So I need some wax. I need to bust some stuff. So I don't know. No prescriptions there. That's not what I do. But my thoughts, maybe it'll get your juices flowing as well as you figure out how you're navigating this. But I do have 3 cards to show. And as I said, I'm biased to the Lighthouse label, so all 3 of these have that. All 3 baseball. Little PWCC win here. Finally got the Crime Dog rookie, rated rookie, mint 9. Never got myself, before prices went crazy, to drop 200 on the PSA 10, and now that it's 300, maybe a little bit plus, that's probably not ever going to happen. So top 50 all-time home runs and potential future Hall of Famer, Crime Dog. And then I think that won my second Roberto Clemente. I got a 62 of his and a 4, and I just thought this was a good looking card aesthetically for a 3. And you can't go wrong. Any Clemente is a good Clemente, right? So snag that from 67. It looks great. It has you can barely see it right there on the bottom border, but it's more visible right here. There's a crease, which gives it that 3. But otherwise, this would be a good 5.6. And I'm very happy with that because I just wanted something solid that will display nice. When you walk into the room and you see a Clemente and a Maze and a Pete Rose looking back at you, you're in a good environment when I come in here. So I like to see that stuff, and so it's for the aesthetic purposes, more or less. And then been having extreme difficulties finding cards at good prices because everything's gone so high. Now it's coming back down to a certain degree, depends on the stuff or whatever, but the sellers aren't willing to recognize that the prices are correcting just a little bit. So the bin prices are still stupid, especially since a lot of people are late to this. Like, oh, I have this card, let me get it on. You missed your opportunity 2 months ago, pal. You're not getting top dollar for whatever. So it's been hard to find bins, and I'm trying to be smart as much as I can and not chase too many auctions and getting bid wars. But I did find one good bin. I went through every football rookie I needed, couldn't find one. I was just in a little bit of a spending mood. But I did get a Willie McCovey 5.5. Nice centered PSA label. And I was reading the back of this card. I got to share this part if you're still with me, 16 and a half minutes into it. But my man, July 30th of this year, so in 1960, he had his debut, and it gives you a little, itemized list chronologically of a couple of dates in here. In his first major league game, Willie goes 4 for 4 against the Phils. The next day, so that was July 30th. July 31st, his 8th inning single beats Pittsburgh. The day after that, so third game, August 1st, gets 2 doubles and a single to help down the Pirates, 9-5. The day after that, my man is on fire. Club's first home run to spark a 4-3 defeat of the Pirates. All right, so he sweeps the Pirates in games 2, 3, and 4, and he was a major piece of that. August 20th, so a couple weeks later, his 2-run homer beats Milwaukee. And September 11th, so we're only less than a month and a half into his rookie season, his hitting streak of 22 straight games is stopped by the league. My man, in the first 5 weeks of his debut, had a 22-game hitting streak. Ridiculous. So not often touted for his exploits based on the other names of the time, but Willie McCovey, All-Star trophy to boot. That's what I got for you. Thanks for watching. Again, happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Later.